Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, epidemiologist, biostatistician, faculty member, and in this segment what I'm going to be going over is how to construct a Kaplan-Meier curve. One of the caveats, especially in SPSS, that I've noticed is that you are able to only input one one independent variable. So you're not able to provide more than one. And as a preliminary sort of analysis, that's not bad. However, when you're going into a little bit more detail, you really want to use Cox regression. Nevertheless, I'm going to show you as an example how to conduct a Cox regression. So you go all the way down into survival, and then when you select survival, you could select life tables. I don't recommend you do that. Let's go to Kaplan-Meier, and I already had populated these boxes. Let's go ahead and unpopulate these so that you can kind of see where what goes. So what I'm going to try to do is a simple question I'm going to ask is that does diabetes increase mortality? And we're going to take a peek at the survival analysis curve, Kaplan-Meier curve, to see if that is the case. So what is the time that has gone? The time is in months. So you could actually provide, this is the status. So let's put this here. However, you want to look at the time. And so this is time since the interview, and this is time since the exam. So for now, we're going to do interview, time from interview. Do you have any factors? Like I said, diabetes is the factor that we're going after. So let's take a look at where diabetes is, and then include that within the factor variable. And you can do this for any number of dependent variables. And there's diabetes. So that is the factor, and you want to make sure in status you define the event. And so one, in my data set, one is considered the event. You might want to do range of values here. You also might do a list of values. Sometimes you might it might be worth your while to do range of values as well. So for our purposes, let's select continue and take a look at presence of diabetes versus absence and how this is panning out. You want to make sure, of course, on the options you click on survival plots, and then mean and median survival. I wouldn't necessarily recommend you check this. You want to make sure that the mean and median survival is in there. So you select continue and then hit OK. And this is actually one of the visuals that I had created. And so here is the overall comparisons of the various models. And then the visual is still being processed. And as you can see, the cumulative survival is actually lower. So survival is lower. At the same time, about a little over 50 months, what you see is we're going to compare this. Almost 90% is still alive when you're going to a little over 50 months. So almost 90% here, compared to this is 90%. Let's say that this is 80% survival. So 10%, there's a 10% difference, so to speak. And as you progress, there's less and less individuals that are surviving with the diabetes positive. So the red is diabetes positive, and there's less and less people. Let's take a look at 150. At 150, 60% have perished, and compared to so only 40% is remaining. And then if we want to look at compared to non-diabetes people, there's still about 90% still surviving. So you can see visually what is going on. However, if you're trying to use a more analytic approach, then this might be with especially with confounding variables, this might not be your option. Then you might be it might be worth your while to actually use a Cox regression. I hope this has made some sense on how to run Cox regression. Thank you for listening.